Well, it finally happened. The Kings, they really did it, man. They traded De'Aaron Fox. The full trade, the Spurs got De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. The Kings got Zach Lavine, City Chisoko, 3 first-round picks, 3 second-round picks. And the Bulls got Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Herter, and they got their own 2025 pick back via the Spurs. Um, at first you're probably thinking, at least from the Kings' perspective, like, wow, okay, that's not bad at all. Zach Lavine plus 3 firsts and 3 seconds. But then you take a deeper dive, and a 2025 first-round pick from Charlotte, that's top 14 protected. The Hornets are bad. That's not gonna convey. But apparently it conveys into 2 second-round picks. I'm assuming those go to the Kings. I mean, they better, right? But still not like as great of a pick as that looks on paper. Then the 2027 Spurs first-round pick. Again, the Spurs should be pretty good by then. It's still a first-round pick, and that is something, but it's not. It's not going to be a lottery pick in all likelihood. And then there's the 2031 Minnesota Timberwolves pick, which that should be a good one, but who knows, man? Teams change so fast in the NBA, and it's also in 6 years. I don't know about you, man, but I kind of want to win now. Anyway, it could have been worse. We could have gotten the Bulls end of the deal there. But yeah, how how did the Spurs not have to give up more? No Castle, no Vassell, no Sohan, not even Keldon Johnson, dude. I mean, not to mention there are no Hawks picks. The Spurs, man, they're set up for the future. They got everything. They got young studs. They got old vets, a young Hall of Famer, an old Hall of Famer, an All NBA point guard in his prime. They got 25 first-round picks, 110 second-round picks. I mean, they can literally do whatever the fuck they want for the next 2 years. For the next, 5 years, really. They can do anything. They can offer any team an amazing offer for their best player. But apparently they don't need to do that because they can just keep bullying the Kings. We give up our best player for what? I mean, okay, Lavine is good. He's great, actually. Probably should have been an all-star. But he would have been a perfect fit next to Fox. Gotta love the irony that the Kings are finally going to make all the moves that they should have made when they had Fox. Reports are that the Kings aren't done. Hopefully that means Cam Johnson or John Collins. But bro, those are who we needed to surround Fox with. Now we got 4 fucking shooting guards. We got the same problems we had with Fox, but now we don't have Fox. But hey, we got the legendary duo of Lavine and DeRozan back together. Why the fuck are the Bulls the team we're trying to model our roster after? Why are we trying to replicate that team? A fucking playing team in the East. If you're going to copy another team, pick a better team. At least a good team. Why can't we copy the Thunder or the Cavs? I really do love both of those guys, Lavine and DeRozan. But it's not like they lit the league on fire when they were together. They had that one run for half a year, but shit, man, it's not like we got Harden and Westbrook to team back up. I don't know, man. I'm just so done with our front office. I'm sure we'll make another move. I mean, I'm not that sure because we're the Kings and we haven't made a move outside of trading our franchise point guards. I guess the DeRozan sign and trade counts. But I mean, shit, at this rate, I'm like, dude, stop making trades. We haven't won any of them. Teams fucking cream their jeans when they get a call from us. They know they're about to get the deal of a lifetime. I mean, it's crazy, dude. We traded Halliburton. We made the playoffs as a 3 seed the next year. The following year had a pretty unlucky season. We were close to being a 6 seed, had some injuries. But also, dude, the rest of the West got better, and we did nothing. The trade for DeRozan was cool, but kind of redundant. He has a similar skill set to Fox. And then we trade Fox without ever really giving him the pieces he needs to succeed. Just crazy mismanagement of assets there. 2 franchise point guards, 2 of them. And we got back Domas and Lavine. Love those guys, don't get me wrong. But that's not great, man. I am excited to see what a Domas Lavine DHO looks like. And, hey, we kind of got that lob threat we've been looking for. And I guess I haven't mentioned it yet, but Lavine is having a great year. And at the very least, it's comparable to Fox this year. Slightly worse stats, but way more efficient. Different player, worse defender, I get all that. But, and I'm not trying to say that we won the trade. Definitely did not. But we weren't the clear loser either. And hey, maybe that's a step in the right direction. I think, and, emphasis on think, I think Lavine can be a big part of a successful team in Sacramento. I just wish we had made this move like 2 years ago. And like before we also got DeRozan. Because now, like, what the fuck do we do with DeRozan? I'm sorry, but a lineup of Monk, Lavine, DeRozan, Keegan, and Domas. I mean, the highlights are going to be crazy, but we're not stopping a parked car. There's got to be another move, at least one. And honestly, I'm starting to wonder if DeRozan might be on the move too. I just don't know how you make Monk, Levine, and DeRozan work. On paper, that's a fantastic offensive unit, but like, is that going to translate to wins? Like, there's got to be more, man, because this team right now looks crazy. We do have two open roster spots. We have a bunch of trade exceptions, a couple of big ones actually, like 13 and 17 million. We just got a bunch of picks, not exceptionally valuable picks, but they're picks nonetheless. And we're well below the tax. So a move could be made and like obviously should be made, but we'll see. I am really excited to see what Monk can do as a starting point guard. We've seen flashes of brilliance. His playmaking has always intrigued me, and what's always made me wonder is what he could look like if a franchise actually gave him the keys to the parked car. No, but seriously, like, there is potential. I'll just say potential for him to take a Jalen Brunson type of leap. He's the same age Brunson was when he went to New York. Just saying. So theoretically, Monk at the 1, Lavine and Debo at the 2 and 3, and Keaton and Domas running out the starting 5. Yeah, man, it just makes me think that we're going to have to move DeRozan to get an impact forward who can play defense, because if not, we're literally the Sacramento Bulls. And that's not a recipe for success. But you know what is? Pairing your 20-year-old, 7'4" mythological beast of a basketball player with the fastest, most clutch guard in the league. That I can see leading to some wins. And man, as a De'Aaron Fox fan and just as a basketball fan, I can't tell you how excited I am to see those two play basketball together for maybe the next 7 to 8 years. Pretty cool, man. I genuinely hope this leads to Fox getting the recognition he deserves. We'd love to see him get a ring and, man, at least get a fucking all-star selection. He deserves it all, man. He will be remembered in Sacramento for a long, long time. Little backstory. I've always been a Kings fan, but, I was 4 years old the last time they were really good. One of my first memories, actually, is of Chris Webber getting carted off the court after tearing his ACL in the playoffs against the Mavs. And yeah, I mean, I was a huge Mike Bibby fan. And then we were fucking awful until Fox came along. He gave us that scores team. That was a lot of fun. And then, man, he gave us the fucking Beam team. And I don't know how I'm going to feel seeing the Beam without Fox being there. It doesn't feel right. So yeah, man, all that to say, like, De'Aaron Fox was just a big part of my life for a long time. He's a part of some of my favorite memories as a sports fan. And, like, I'm a Yankee and a Giants fan. Giants won 2 Super Bowls. Yankees won a World Series, like, in my time as a fan. So that's saying a lot that Fox, some of my fondest memories as a sports fan include him. And, I mean, shit, he was on the Kings for almost a third of my life. My fiance, who still doesn't really follow basketball or sports in general, but she does try to keep up with the Kings. She doesn't know the Kings without Fox. And I don't know, like, it really is an end of an era. And obviously, as fans, all we can do is cheer and support our guys. But man, I wish we could have done more for Fox, because he really did deserve more. He deserved at least to win a playoff series, But, I mean, he'll always be remembered for ending our playoff drought. And that's not nothing, That's not unimportant. He also did a lot for the community in Sac. His wife was a big part of that too. Hope him and his steadily growing family have a great time in Texas. Happy that it'll be much closer to both of their families. But yeah, man, De'Aaron Fox is not a King. It's a hard thing for me to contemplate right now. I don't know what this will ultimately mean for the Kings. I mean, I think they're going to try to be competitive, whatever that means to them. But I do know I'm going to miss Fox, man. Excited to see what his future holds in San Antonio. It'd be really cool to see him talked about in the same breath as Pippen. But yeah, man, Spurs fleeced a couple teams. Kings finally got Lavine after like 7 years. And now we wait to see what happens next. Maybe City Soko flips a switch. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Appreciate you guys watching. Hope better days are ahead. Go Kings. I like the beam.